have this, right?
Whoa.
These two, same size. Which one do you think is heavier?
The one on the left. The one
Your
on,
left? All right. Which one do you think has more gravity?
The one on your right.
Yeah. So let's see what happens when we plug into the universe. Oh, wow. Broke the universe.
Good job.
It didn't even
You guys
go.
are supposed to hold the universe up, right? So that's a dent, right?
No.
That is a hole.
Yeah, that is, you think that has a lot of gravity?
No.
Now say we took this really heavy thing and made it this size. What kind of dent?
It goes like this.
You just go shoo, right? That's kind of what a black hole is, if you think about it. Thanks, guys. Go back to your seats. They held up the universe. Throw the universe away.
I was gonna keep it.
Everything you ever knew is in the trash.
I killed that all the time.
Okay, guys. Objects with strong gravity, like this giant thing, dent the fabric of space-time, right? So someone tell me what we just learned about the sizes and how they make dents.
If it's smaller and weighs the same as the thing, then it has more dense gravity to it.
Okay. So she just said, if they weigh the same, like these two, and this one is smaller, it'll have more of a dent. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you have the same size, but one's heavier?
Heavy.
Heavier one makes a bigger dent. All right? Good. That's right. Okay. Imagine this is the fabric of space-time. Here's the sun. Makes a small dent, right? Take one of these guys. Same mass, but much smaller. A white dwarf. Has anyone ever heard of a white dwarf?
Yeah.
What's a white dwarf?
It's like a small sun.
He said it's like a small sun. Our sun is like an orange sun. There's big red ones and there's small white ones. So this is a small sun. Same mass, sort of, right? Smaller size, bigger dent. Now this is a neutron star. You see how it's even smaller than the white dwarf? You guys think it weighs, how much do you think it weighs compared to the sun?
Same.
The same? Look at the size though. It's a little bit smaller, but it's got to weigh a lot more, right? So this is something that weighs a lot and is also really small. So that's like a bunch of suns condensed down into like the size of a planet. Now, the black hole, let's talk about that, right? Black hole is just object, lots and lots and lots of gravity. So if you guys had to make a black hole, how would you do it? Someone raise your hand.
Put it all through the plastic.
Hands? What?
With the vacuum.
With a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
No, you can't make a black hole with a vacuum.
Good. That's like you dig on the vacuum, you just take that off, fold it like that, and then cover that side.
You can't cover a black hole with your hands. It doesn't suck. If you guys
No,
mess with
look, wait, you know that sucky thing, right? That goes to the vacuum?
yeah.
That little tube thing, you take it off, cover one side, and then you look at the other side, and it's a hole, because it's black.
If you're sure it took a scissors, I would make a black hole. That's not a black hole.
Yeah, but you
Come
cover
on.
the side.
So remember the space-time dent. All right, what do you have?
Is this like, we had to make one, or can we like use any example history?
Imagine you have all the powers of the universe. Right?
Right, well,
You're going to make a black hole. Who can do that?
one of those like neutron things or whatever, and like press that even more,
Press down.
and press it, so it was
Oh,
like,
you mean make a neutron star smaller.
yeah, but like, weigh the same.
Okay. Who agrees with her?
So it's not
Who else has an idea of how to make a black hole?
I told you my idea.
You
Blow things up.
blow it up. What would that do? All right, guys. Remember, you have all the powers of the universe. You want to make a black hole.
Just like throw a bunch of mass together, like as much as I
Say that again. Louder. Guys.
Just throw a bunch of like strong mass objects together, just kind of in one compressed area.
So take a bunch of mass and squish it down, right?
Yeah.
Like we could take a bowling ball and then crush it down to this size, right? Or smaller. We could take the sun and crush it down to the size of an M&M if we wanted to, if we had all the powers of the universe, right?
That's awesome.
What kind of gravity do you think that would have?
A lot.
A lot. All right, what if we took the mass of 100 suns and turned it into like the size of a soccer ball?
I would cry.
What kind of gravity would that have?
Intense gravity.
What would that do to our sheet, right? What would that do to our universe?
It like,
Yeah, it would just go down like crazy. Imagine trying to crawl out of there if you were a little ant on the surface of the universe, right? Not going to be happening. That's what a black hole is pretty much, right? You take a bunch of suns, crush them down to something really small. Because some stars weigh more than our sun, right? There are stars that weigh a few hundred times as much as our sun. Now when they die, they can get crushed down to a very small size. And that's what makes a black hole. So why do you guys think a black hole is black? Black holes know no race, creed, or color, sir.
Because the sun isn't shining anymore.
Because the sun isn't shining anymore. It's a big star, it's crushed down, it's not shining.
It's
That's
not-
true,
It's not
but
shining on it.
there's nothing shining, right? Because there's no fire. But the Earth doesn't shine, right? But it's not black, is it?
It does shine.
Why is something shining on?
It's shining.
You have to have something shining. All right, Judy said you have to have something shining on it for you to see it, right? So what? But if we shined a big flashlight at a black hole, what would it look like? Would it be?
it would look like nothing.
It would look like nothing. It would just be a black hole
How do you know?
because
Have
we
you
have
went
telescopes.
there?
What
Have
is
you done
it?
it? Have you went there?
Because you've been to one before.
They just held up the universe in front of you guys. All right. So if we have a star or a flashlight or anything, and we shine at a black hole, it's still going to be a black hole. Why do you think that happens? Any ideas?
Well, with all the gravity, wouldn't it like just kind of absorb the light?
With all the gravity, wouldn't it just absorb the light? That's close, right? You guys know how when light hits something, it bounces off, and that's why you see it? Yeah. All right. So say the black hole has a lot of gravity, right? The light hits it, and it bounces off to your eye. But say it doesn't get there because it's so much gravity, it can't actually.
I would just sucks it back in.
It doesn't suck it back in, but the light isn't going fast enough to actually leave the hole. Yeah.
So does that mean at the bottom of like the black hole for you, is the bottom is like a bunch of light?
Remember, it's just a heavy thing.
Yeah. This is
That's-
confusing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why it's black, because light cannot escape it. It's so much gravity, such a deep dent, that the light cannot escape that hole.
That's sad.
That's why it's a black hole. That's why if you have a flashlight or a telescope or a star, black hole, it's like, that's weird. That's why it's a black hole. The only thing that makes a black hole is that it's an object with so much gravity, it absorbs all light. Yeah, that's all a black hole is. It's not some monster in the middle of this galaxy sucking it up. That's it. That's black holes. Any questions?
So does that mean like eventually the whole universe is going to be a bunch of black holes, or is like a black hole going to become a star sometime in its lifetime?
Will a black hole become a star?
Well, I don't know. 'Cause,
Well, some stars will become black holes, right? But not all of them. You have to be super heavy to become a black hole. If they're not, they could be a dwarf star, a neutron star, a white dwarf, or just another sun. You have to be an incredibly big star to become a black hole when you die. You have to die really violently, too, to be able to crush yourself down to this little thing. But, yeah, we'll get more and more of them as more stars die. That's true.
So people are saying like when our sun dies, it could become a black hole. But isn't our sun too, like, isn't it not powerful enough? Could it actually become one?
It's not what enough?
Big enough?
Yeah, it's not big enough. It doesn't have enough mass to be able to collapse down to a black hole. No, this, it wouldn't matter if it's true. I don't think you guys would notice the sun. Yeah. Well, if the sun went out, you would die anyway.